The Peacock Princess. Once upon a time, a prince named Shaochun was born in the kingdom of Myanmar in today's Yangon province. By the time Shaochun was 16, he was a handsome young man, very skilled in the martial arts. One day, hunting in the woods, Shaochun was in close pursuit of a fawn. Suddenly, the fawn disappeared. Shaochun looked for it everywhere but couldn't find it anywhere. Then right before his eyes he saw a most wonderful lake with 7 beautiful peacocks. Scarcely had he sighted them than the 7 peacocks turned into 7 maidens of dazzling beauty. Manohra was the youngest and the prettiest. How beautiful she was! Shaochun was stunned. Just then a sudden gust of wind disturbed the maidens. Oh, it was a huge, strange bird chasing a goddess. With a bow and arrow, Shaochun scared the strange bird away. The goddess was saved. The sudden gust of wind had gone, but so had the 7 maidens. Shaochun felt sad. "Thank you very much for saving my life," said a voice from the middle of the lake. "I'm the goddess of Golden Lake. I know where the 7 maidens have gone. If your heart is true, I can help you find your loved one." Shaochun waited by the lake 7 days and 7 nights. A fine bright morning greeted Shaochun on the 8th day. That day the 7 peacock maidens again came to the Golden Lake to play. The goddess of Golden Lake summoned a light breeze that blew Manohra's peacock cloak right into Shaochun's hand. Excited, Shaochun played a tender melody on his reed flute. Startled by the sound of the music, the maidens flew off in their peacock cloaks. Only Manohra stayed behind since she had no cloak to fly away in. Manohra was very worried and looked for her cloak everywhere. When she accidentally saw Shaochun hidden among the bushes, she, so shy, didn't know what to do. "Please accept my apology," said Shaochun as he returned the peacock cloak to Manohra. Then he softly sang a song expressing his love for the beautiful Manohra. Singing sweetly, Manohra replied to Shaochun's true love for her. "How can flowers blossom without sunshine and rain? How can fish swim without water? The sun bound their hearts together." Manohra's sisters sprinkled water on the prince and Manohra, expressing their good wishes to the lovers. A grand wedding ceremony was held. Mahaksina, the prime minister of Myanmar, was furious when he heard Shaochun had married Manohra, for he had intended that the prince marry his daughter. Mahaksina thought of a scheme. He would let a neighboring country attack Myanmar. When Shaochun was out with the troops, Mahaksina would capture Manohra. One day, Myanmar's border villages was a sea of fire. It was disastrous. "For the country and the people, go to the battlefront. Don't worry about me," Manohra said to Shaochun as she was sending him off. Soon after Shaochun left, the traitor minister Mahaksina accused Manohra for being a witch who had brought the disaster and lit a raging fire to burn her to death. Manohra began her peacock dance. She danced and danced, then she flew into the air away from Myanmar. Shortly after Manohra left, the victorious Shaochun returned to Myanmar, bringing great happiness. Shaochun was puzzled when he saw no sign of his lovely wife. An old man told him what happened to her. When Shao Tsung heard this, he was overwhelmed with grief and indignation. He jumped on his horse and galloped off to Golden Lake. When he reached Golden Lake, the lake goddess gave him a gold bracelet, saying, "Nyan Maruna left this gold bracelet for you before she flew home to Peacock Kingdom." Then she showed Shao Tsung the way. On and on Shao Tsung rode until a black river blocked his way. He was just about to cross the river when a giant boa, belching fire, sprang at him. With all his might, Shao Tsung fought the giant boa and finally crossed the Black River. As Shao Tsung continued on his way, suddenly a strange mountain loomed up right in front of him. Shao Tsung fitted an arrow to his magic bow, and the golden arrow flashed like lightning towards the strange mountain. When the arrow struck, the mountain exploded. Shao Tsung charged through the flying rocks. No sooner was this past when a giant bird, screeching loudly, swooped down on Shao Tsung, who immediately hurled his long whip at the fierce bird. The long whip lashed the bird's two claws tight. Shao Tsung was just about to shoot when the giant bird, very frightened and begging for his life, agreed to take Shao Tsung to the Peacock Kingdom. The bird led Shao Tsung to the Peacock Kingdom, where they saw some maidens carrying water in front of the palace. Shao Tsung went up to one of the maidens and asked what they were doing. "Our seventh princess, Nyan Maruna, has come back from Myanmar. The water is to bless her." With a secret smile in his heart, Shao Tsung quietly slipped the gold bracelet into the gold water pot. Not for one moment had Nyan Maruna forgotten Shao Tsung after returning home. When the maidens were pouring water on Nyan Maruna, a gold bracelet dropped from the gold pot. Nyan Maruna was extremely happy and sent one of the maidens to tell the king about it. Filled with joy, the king welcomed his earthly son-in-law. But the humorous old king played a joke on his son-in-law by making him identify his wife through a gauze curtain. Shao Tsung stood in front of the curtain and gazed at 7 pairs of slim, delicate hands, all exactly alike. He was in a difficult spot. Suddenly, he noticed 2 hands were trembling. They must be his beloved wives. He grasped them. Husband and wife were together again. On the back of their flying elephant, they flew towards Myanmar. Their story is still popular among the people of Yunnan province in China. The end.